Oh, hey, you left your money on the table. Better take it before Neil comes down and thinks it's his allowance. Of course, you probably don't have any problem taking change from your own sick kid.
Cut the righteous act, Courtney. It doesn't suit you. You know that I wasn't putting a price on what I feel for Neil.
Huh. Could have fooled me.
Well, then let me make something very clear. I will do whatever I can to help my son, including signing off on your filthy lie.
Does that mean you'll go to the hospital with me tomorrow and give a blood sample?
I'm going for Neil.
Good.
Well, how do you plan on making this little switch anyway? It's not like you and I have lab privileges at GH.
Well, there's somebody there that's going to help me.
Who?
It's not important.
You know, Courtney, I kind of think it is, since my son's life is at stake here.
Chris Ramsey.
Is this your idea of a joke?
He's not going to know it's your blood.
You better make sure of that. I do not want Chris Ramsey finding out that I am Neil's dad.
He won't double-cross me. He's too afraid that his fiancée, Julie, will find out he's the one with all her stolen money.
You cover every angle, don't you?
Yeah, well, I must have picked it up watching you work your magic on Joe and Karen.
I didn't teach you anything that you didn't already know, Courtney. You are the queen of the operators.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you feeling better, huh?
A little. Good.
I was thinking a movie might hit the spot. Anybody up for one?
Me!
Oh, yeah, me too. What are we gonna see? Please don't say The Phantom Menace. No.
How about Summer Sam?
Oh, yeah, how about in 10 years?
Well, I guess it's Phantom Menace then.
Maybe we should give her a break. I mean, we have seen it 18 times.
No, 19. But who's counting, huh? Let me grab my sweater.
What's up?
Why were you and my mom fighting?
Oh, it's just one of those disagreements that grown-ups have sometimes. It's no biggie.
Everybody's been mad at each other ever since I got sick. Is it because of me?
No. Hey, no. Sometimes grown-ups just don't get along, you know?
I've been really angry ever since I got sick. I was wondering if it was making you guys angry, too.
Oh, you know, hey, we are angry that you're sick, but it's that leukemia we don't like. You are still the man in our book.
But you're right about one thing, Neil. There's been a lot of fighting going on around here lately.
Yeah, too much. From now on, this is officially a ceasefire zone.
Because none of us are going to forget that looking after you is what's most important. Okay?
Can't sleep?
No.
Want some company?
Actually, I don't think I'd be the best right now. Why don't you just go ahead and enjoy your book?
Well, it's a good book. But it's no Kevin Collins novel.
You mean it doesn't incite libel suits or homicidal maniacs?
No, I'm just saying that it's not written as witty and funny as a Kevin Collins novel.
We're talking about the same novel, General Homicide.
Okay, made a mistake. It's actually the author who possesses those qualities, not the book.
Oh, the author. Now you make sense.
And, it's sexy, too.
The writing or, me?
Both.
You think so?
I do.
Oh. Oh.
Kevin, what's wrong? What's happening?
It's nothing. I'm just... I'm having another one of those headaches.
Okay, that's it. The minute we get home, I'm having you checked out by a specialist.
Look, you're the only doctor I want to see right now. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm fine. It's just stress. It's part of the grieving process.
Maybe it is, but I still want to get you checked out immediately.
Well, since I can't have an MRI on the plane, how about if I just try and sleep it off?
Okay, that's a good idea. You relax. Know that I am right here.
Best medicine I could ask for.
Now, maybe we should see that Shiloh movie, you know, the one about a dog?
Mom, that's for babies.
Oh, gosh, God forbid we wouldn't want anybody to think you're a baby.
Especially Evan and Nate.
Oh, yes, Evan and Nate, the macho men of the 4th grade. Hey, maybe we should just, skip the movie and get a yogurt instead, huh?
Boring.
Oh, okay.
Hey, why don't you guys go on out to the car? I'll be right there.
Okay.
So what the hell was that all about, calling Courtney an operator?
None of your business.
It is when it affects my son.
I didn't mean for Neil to hear that.
Yeah, well, he did.
Well, what do you want me to do, Joe? I can't take it back.
I want you to move on.
What?
Your living here is not working out, Frank.
Give me a break. You have had your share of problems with Courtney. I don't see you rushing out to find a new place to live.
But not while Neil is in chemo.
Maybe I ought to pound this through your head, Joe. I would never do anything to hurt Neil.
Or me, or Mom, or Karen. Should I go on, Frank?
Why don't you shove it instead?
You know, how you act around here affects my son's health. Now, you better start thinking about that, or I swear to God, Frank, I will pick you up and throw you out of here on your ass.
You have no clue as to how much I care about Neil.
Then act like it.
Do you think that you wrote the book on fatherhood, that you have the only line on what Neil needs right now?
I know a heck of a lot more than you do.
Just as smug as you've always been, huh? Thinking because you're a doctor, you have all the answers. Well, let me tell you something, Joe. There is one thing that you don't know.
Hey. I thought we were going to put an end to all this Jerry Springer stuff. Neil's waiting.
Well, there's nothing keeping me here.
Hey, Joe. Take a good look at the view from that high horse you're on, because you're about to come falling off it real soon.
Come on.
What are you doing here?
It's your show, Monk. You tell me.
Well, I don't know what it is. It just feels like there's still something left between us.
Memories. That's all. And the love. That will never die.
No, something happened in Rome.
No, you're wrong. Nothing happened.
I don't know what it was, but I know I'm not ready to let go yet.
You must. For your sake as well as mine. Please, Monk.
Kevin, it sounded like you were talking to Victor.
I think I was. I've been having flashes of him during the flight. This time he spoke to me.
You're exhausted, Kevin.
I know it sounds crazy, Eve.
No, it's just... Your eyes are just playing tricks on you.
This wasn't my
That's what it is.
imagination. It was too... real. I don't know what's happening. I have to find out.
It's hard being back here, isn't it?
Place does feel pretty empty.
I was just thinking the same thing myself.
Wouldn't you know?
What?
The basket that Victor brought us from his honeymoon. Remember how his eyes lit up when he told us everything about its history?
Everything you ever wanted to know about the Inupiat Eskimo. It's hard to believe we're never going to hear another one of his stories again.
Never get a quirky message on the phone machine. And he'll never call me Monk.
Listen, you're jet-lagged. You must be exhausted. Why don't you sit down on the couch and I will make us some tea.
I can't. There's still something I have to do.
Can it wait?
I have to see Mary. I have to let her know.
I'm coming with you.
On your mark, get set, go.
Finish up, sport.
Evan's mom's expecting you in 10 minutes, okay? Hi.
Hey. Wow. Come on in.
Oh, thanks.
Stopped by to visit my favorite Yankees fan.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I won! Pay up, chum!
You drank the whole shake?
Every last drop.
Oh, good job, honey. That's the most you've had to eat or drink in days.
Uncle Frank bet me $5 he could beat me.
$5, a lot of money, isn't it, Frank?
Work it over.
Right.
Can I hitch a ride to work?
Yeah, sure.
We can drop Neil off at Evans on the way.
Oh, good. That will give me time to run an errand. All right, come on.
So, how's my favorite doctor doing?
I'm not your anything, Frank.
All set?
There you go.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Uncle Frank.
Hey, have fun.
Bye.
Oh, remember, 10 o'clock at the lab to retake the antigen test. Okay?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Now what?
We have to make sure they do the test on your lab sample and not Joe's.
Calling lover boy?
Just be quiet. Chris Ramsey, please. It's our only choice.
Dr. Ramsey.
Chris, I need you to do me another favor.
Who is this, please?
The vials. The ones they use for the HLA antigen test. I need you to get me one from the lab so I can replace Joe's vial with Neil's real father's.
Oh, I see. And who would that be?
Chris, just get me the vial, please.
What took you so long?
Chris, come on. We can't waste any time. Joe and I are going to be retaking that test any minute.
Well, where is Golden Boy?
He's on his way.
Then what's the rush?
I have to get the other sample and make sure he gets back to you before they test Joe's blood, so you can switch them.
Oh, I see. Schemer's work is never done, huh?
You should know. Where's the vial?
Oh. You mean this one?
Give it to me.
No. You see, I give, I get. Who's donating the other blood sample?
That's my business.
Well, obviously Neil's father is here in town, or you wouldn't be able to get the blood sample so quickly.
The only thing you need to concern yourself with is switching this vial with Joe's so they test the right sample.
Wow, you got here fast, Courtney.
Yeah, my errands only took a couple minutes.
Well, great. Let's head down to the lab. Maybe they can fit us in earlier, huh? I'll see you later.
Yeah, you bet. Okay.
You and Joe seem to have patched things up.
He's a good friend.
You know, speaking of friends, Julie's new shrink got her visiting privileges restored. Thought maybe you'd like to go visit her.
No thanks.
I thought you two were close.
You know we were She was going to be my maid of honor. Seems like a million years ago.
Then why don't you want to see her?
Last time I did, Julie was unrecognizable.
Oh, you should see her now, Karen. You'd be amazed by how she's changed.
There's that much difference?
The old Julie, the one you used to be friends with, she's coming back.
Ready?
Ready.
Are you sure you're up for this?
I can't put this off any longer.
Hi. Wow. Well, come on in. Welcome home. I'm so happy to see you. When'd you get back?
Oh, about an hour ago.
An hour?
Good. Did you find Victor?
Yes, we did.
Wonderful. How is he? Still on that spy mission?
No.
Good. Then when is my husband coming home?
Mary, I'm afraid Victor isn't coming home.
But you just said he's through with that spy mission.
Mary, why don't we sit down?
What? What is it? Something's happened to Victor, right? Wait. Is it bad?
Mary. While Victor was in Italy, he had a massive stroke.
Oh. So he's in the hospital in Rome, is that right?
Victor died, Mary.
Oh, no. No, no. Don't say that.
Yes.
Oh, please, God, no. No, it can't be. He couldn't. I can't. Where have you been?
Hey, I'm here, aren't I?
They already drew Joe's blood. No, you need to give your sample now and get it back to me so Chris can make the switch, okay?
You know, I still don't like this line, Courtney.
It's for Neil's own good. Now get it done.
What are you doing here, Frank?
I came to fill out a job application. I'm looking for any kind of work.
At GH, after you tested positive for drugs?
That was only because Ramsey spiked my drink. Anyway, I was fired by the paramedic company, not the hospital. I have made some pretty big mistakes, but I am trying hard to put my life back together.
In your case, I hope so. Not that it changes the way I feel about you. Not after what you did to Joe and me.
Dr. Russo to labor and delivery. Dr. Robert Russo.
Why are you here?
Delivery.
What are you two, the hospital interrogation team? I came to look for a job. I have a mortgage to pay, remember?
Did he say something to upset you?
No, it's not what he said. It's just that he keeps turning up. It's like he's pursuing me. You know, sometimes when you and I are together and Frank's around, I even get the feeling he's jealous.
Maybe that's the reason why he tried to pin that sex addict thing on me.
So he could have me all to himself?
Well, I've always had trouble believing that he set me up just because I wouldn't lie to save his job.
You know, I'm starting to think there are levels to Frank that we haven't even imagined yet.
I'm starting to agree.
Were you with him when he passed away?
No, he died before we arrived in Rome.
Well, then maybe it wasn't a stroke. Maybe it was something else.
You mean murder?
Well, he did lead a double life, didn't he?
Mary, we witnessed the autopsy.
Oh. It confirmed that Victor died of natural causes.
Look, I understand this is a shock for you. Believe me, I'm having a hard time accepting it myself.
I'm sure. We know how much you loved Victor.
And you meant the world to him. You know, he once told me that for all of his dark times, his troubled marriage to my mother, his illness, all of it was worth it if it made him the man that Mary Scanlon fell in love with.
Thank you very much for telling me that. You know, we both had unhappy first marriages, but I guess I thought that we'd get our second chances together.
Victor and I had our second chance as a father and son. We had it for the last few years. I'm sorry you didn't have any more time than you did. You both deserved it.
We did. But I would not trade what we had for the whole world.
I remember when he was trying to find the perfect wedding vows for you. Nothing was good enough. He worked himself up into a frenzy. But finally, he found the perfect words. Do you remember those?
Oh, yes.
After so many sorrows, after so many losses, you came to me like a miracle. A single elegant star in the darkest of nights.
I felt the same way about him.
Hey, do you remember the blue bell pin that he got you?
Oh, do I ever? Oh, my gosh, he almost didn't make it to the wedding trying to find that for me.
Well, that's because he knew how much it meant to you.
He's a huge loss.
I know.
Mary, I'm sorry I have to bring this up now. But we need to figure out what to tell people.
Oh, my God, that's right. We can't very well tell them he died on a spy mission.
No, we can't do that because he swore us all to secrecy.
Oh, and we have to honor that.
Besides, it may not be safe to put information like that out there.
I know.
But we can't let people go on believing that Victor walked out on Mary.
Oh, no. No, that wouldn't be fair to his memory to do that.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, we could say that Victor discovered he had a terminal illness, like a brain tumor.
And he wrote me that letter saying he wasn't good enough for me because he didn't want to burden me.
That's perfect. And he went to Italy because he was seeking out a new experimental treatment. And so Eve and I went to Rome to bring him back home.
And by the time we got there, he had already passed away.
You know what? That sounds like something Victor would come up with, doesn't it?
It really does. Mary?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like us to inform people, arrange a memorial service?
Oh, I haven't even thought about that.
We understand.
Oh, thank you both for your support. I just appreciate that so much at this time. But I know you'll understand. I just need to be by myself now.
Of course.
Thank you.
Mary, we're just a few minutes away if you need anything, okay?
I know. Thank you again. Very much appreciated.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
Just be there.
I'm here.
Do you have the vial?
I always knew you were out for blood, Courtney.
It's not funny, Frank.
You're damn right it isn't, so you better get that sample to the lab so they can determine my genetic markers. I don't want any screw-ups if Neil needs a bone marrow transplant.
You might not believe this, Frank, but I really do appreciate what you're doing for Neil. There's Chris. He can't see you. Go. Chris! Get that to the lab ASAP.
I will. Stop worrying so much.
I can't stop worrying until Neil is well again. And I need that vial in the lab to get him well.
Dr. Walters, 2611. Dr. Stacy Walters.
Well, if it isn't the king of General Hospital. Still trying to control the little people, Your Highness?
Still showing up where you're not wanted, Frank? Like wherever Karen happens to be?
What does that mean?
It's called stalking.
That's ridiculous. Karen is my friend.
Maybe you would like her to be a little more than that.
Do you believe this guy?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Dr. Scanlon, 5566. Dr. Joe Scanlon, 5566.
Well, your subjects are calling. I'm out of here.
Okay. Dr. Scanlon.
Joe, are you busy right now?
Yeah, I've got some time. What's wrong, Mom?
Could you come over to the house, please? I just found out Victor passed away.
Okay, you take it easy, okay? I'll be right there.
What happened?
It's Victor. He died.
Oh, my God.
Hey, can you cover for me? I need to go to Mom.
Yeah, of course. Go, go.
Frank, Mom just called.
Not for me, I'm sure.
Look, drop the attitude. She needs us. Victor's dead. How? I don't know the details yet, okay? Are you coming?
Of course, I'm coming.
Those wedding vows he chose were so beautiful.
Yes, they sure were.
What?
Oh, I was just thinking about how Victor practically tore the house apart looking for just the right words to express how he felt for Mary. I was about to suggest Dr. Seuss.
I think that would have been cool. Do you take this wife for life?
Yes, I take her. Come what strife.
I think Victor would have liked that.
How did the end of those vows go? A single, elegant star.
In the darkest of nights. That's what you are to me. Okay. I have to get busy. I have to compile a list of people who'd want to come to the memorial. I may have to write the obituary.
Look, Kevin, you don't have to do any of that right now.
That's true.
You want to stay busy, right?
I could use the distraction. Food. You know, I can't remember the last time I ate.
Well, I'll go into the kitchen and see what we have.
Thanks.
Hello? Hello? What's your name? What do you want?
Well, this is all I could find, some carrots. Were you talking to somebody?
There was a little boy out there.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He was the boy from my book. He was the boy in the dream.
Oh, Kevin, you know what? You're really tired.
No, Eve, it was a vision. What's happening to me?
I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Lucy, come on, tell me how you really feel.
Oh, do you realize this is the best thing that's happened to us since we got Christina?
Come on, read me the good stuff.
Okay, wait, here it is. Okay, Lolita, gone to the dogs. That's the way fashion czar Mr. Blackwell described David Bordisso's new schoolgirl line.
Well, that's because we sucked him to think it was informal.
Right. What are you doing? You don't want to pack the diapers in your briefcase, do you?
No.
Okay, listen to the rest of it. Mr. Blackwell then went on to praise the new Serena collection, describing it as unique, extraordinary, a winner, and the piece de resistance.
however you say that. These stunning dresses are made right here in the good old U.S. of A.
Now, before your head gets too big, we have an appointment with little Christina for the doctor.
And Lee is being discharged today.
I can't believe that we almost lost him.
I know, but we didn't. And we have Christina with us safe and sound, and I have a feeling the whole cosmos is lining up in a wonderful line for us. We have our family together, and absolutely nothing is going to change that.
Hello, Julie. Karen. What are you doing here?
It's been a long time, I know, but Chris said you were feeling better.
I had nowhere to go but up.
So, when are you lovebirds getting married?
What do you think about a hospital wedding?
It could work. Denim bridal gown.
Big bouquet to hide my handcuffs. And you could be my maid of honor.
Why not? You were going to be mine. Good old days.
Chris mentioned that you and Joe split up. I thought you guys were forever.
So did I, but I messed up. I judged Joe without having all the facts. I guess it's easy to do even with very close friends.
Is that vague attempt at an apology supposed to make things all better between us?
No.
Good, because it doesn't work that way with me. How about Joe? Is he buying this? Has he taken you back?
We're working on it.
Meanwhile, you'd like someone to forgive you. Even crazy Julie.
You know, I don't need forgiveness. I could use the friend I once had.
The friend you'd still have if you hadn't bailed on her. I know I said I didn't want to see you again, but I wasn't well then. If you were really my friend, you would have stuck by me when I was committed to this place.
There were a lot of questions.
That's funny, because that's what I thought friendship was all about. Believing in someone no matter how bad things look. But you couldn't come through for me. Or Joe. Bailing again?
I came to check on an old friend. She's gone.
Long gone.
I won't bother you again.
Could I have that in writing?
Well, it looks like I got here just in time. Miss Wexler, please don't leave.
It's Dr. Wexler. But how do you know my name? Who are you?
Rachel Locke. I saw your name on the visitors list. I am Julie's new therapist.
Well, good luck and goodbye, Dr. Locke.
Can I ask why you came out here?
Yeah, I had this dumb idea. Maybe we could be again. Obviously, I was wrong.
Why, because of a conflict? Why don't we resolve that?
My grandfather's being released from the hospital today.
Where I put him when I fired him as my guardian. Oh, help me. What? What? I was only joking.
About a heart attack?
A pulmonary embolism. And it was your lucky day. If Lee were still my guardian, he would have never hired someone like you.
Why?
Because you told me yourself you're smart. You might even get me out of here, and that is the last thing Lee Baldwin ever wanted.
But you're very anxious to get out, aren't you, Julie?
No, I'd rather rot in my cell, but why don't we keep that our little secret? Meanwhile, you do what you're paid to do and tell the court that I am ready to stand trial.
Okay, if that were true, would you have just been so cruel right now to your friend?
I don't have any friends.
No one who would say this woman deserves another chance.
Nobody believes that.
You don't believe that. Because Greg Cooper did such a job on your mind. You know, you can be the victim. Or you can find the guts to remember, Julie, because there were people that cared about you.
Once upon a time.
You know what? This isn't a fairy tale. You're not under a spell. You can take control of your life, but you have got to start reconnecting right now with people who cared about you. Look, I want you to tell me who was on your side during the first trial.
Karen. But after our visit today, we can write her off.
That's not necessarily true. Who else?
Frank. Frank Scanlon. He was my boyfriend. And he wouldn't give up on me until I pushed him away for good.
What about people at work?
Matt, Dr. Harmon, he tried to keep an open mind. And so did Ellen. She was chief resident then. And even when I was first accused, Ellen fought to keep me out of the hospital. And then there was Lucy Coe. She was one of my biggest fans.
Great.
Who is it
It's
this
Bernie.
time?
Bernie,
Okay.
the wire services jumped all over. Paradiso's fall line is finished.
Oh, this is fabulous. This is so
Listen,
fabulous.
Bernie, here's what I want to do. I want to go really big with this. All the big newspapers, the fashion magazines, even, you know, the website, the World Wide Web.
Yeah, and tell him even TV shows. We want to be on mentioned at least on The View.
Yeah, The View. Okay. And, well, look, maybe it's a little overkill, Bernie, but look, after what he did to us, that child labor thing, he's time to get a taste of his own medicine.
Hey,
Yeah.
you hear that?
That's right.
You hear that? Your dad.
All right, just do it, Bernie, or you're fired.
Right in the kisser. That's a way to tell him. Oh, hey, you too. Listen. Oh, by the way, did you happen to get a load of this?
Yes, read it from top to bottom 3 times. You guys came out looking terrific.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys think Bordiso's read the papers?
Well, let's hope he has, and he spit up his morning coffee.
Oh, maybe now he'll clear out of Port Charles for good.
That would be wonderful, but that may be easier said than done.
Well, what's left for him? You told him you don't want him in your life. Now his business is in serious trouble.
Yeah, but you got to understand something, Bordiso is a very dangerous person here, and he doesn't take defeat very well.
Then we will just make him, won't we?
Yes, we will. We will do whatever it takes.
Dr. Matt Harmon to room 604.
That's that patient I wanted a second opinion about.
You lead the way.
Okay, thank
See you later.
We have some dissing to do on your friend, Katherine Bell.
Very serious. Kelly's later.
You really want to win this fashion fight, don't you?
I want to win every fight we have against Bordiso.
And you will.
Yes, I will. Couldn't do it without you, though.
You know what Bordiso doesn't get? He keeps trying to tear us apart, but he can't.
Well, he did hurt us, though.
But here we are, standing right in front of his face.
An ugly face I'd like to take a weed whack or two and bust up his goatee, you know.
You know what our 2 girls are going to learn from you? That women can be tough. They can be strong.
That is probably the most wonderful thing you've ever said to me.
I've said nicer.
Okay, we have Karen Wexler, Frank Scanlon, Matt Harmon, Ellen Burgess, and Lucy Coe. These are the people that we're going to concentrate on.
Won't it be a little obvious if I call them after all this time? Hey, it's your old pal Julie. Want to be a character witness?
Look, we need someone who's going to be on your side, Julie. Someone who's going to be gung-ho.
Have you met Lucy yet?
Yes. She's a bit self-involved. Why? Was she rooting for you?
Oh, mostly because she wanted Eve Lambert to be the killer. Eve was involved with Scott Baldwin then, and Lucy wasn't so crazy about that.
Then her reasons for supporting you were selfish, which means that she's out. Julie, we need people here who are nurturing. So how about Frank Scanlon or Matt Harmon?
Hold on. Go back to Lucy.
Why?
Well, I spoke with her a few weeks ago.
You didn't mention that.
Oh, I forgot. I was trying to reach Lee Baldwin. Lucy answered.
And there was what, some sort of a connection?
She didn't hang up on me.
Well, that's a start.
Lucy, I'm positive she's the one. But will you bring it up with her for me? Let her understand how important this is.
Is it really, Julie? Or are you just repeating what you think I want to hear?
I want out of this place, and I need a friend. Please, will you speak to Lucy?
You know, when Christina gets fussy at night, you know what I do? I sing her this wacky song that Aunt Charlene used to sing to me. And then she kind of quiets down, and then I'm supposed to put her down, right? Well, I confess I can't do it. I take her back to bed with me.
Scott doesn't mind?
Well, no, not really. He just says, hey, the more the merrier. Then he goes to sleep. And then you go back to sleep, don't you? Almost. And then I start nodding off. But all of a sudden, I'll feel her little body pressing up against mine, like a little spoon. And I just know then life is incredible and all's right with the world, and Christina is mine.
Lucy.
No, Ellen, she is our daughter. She is, and as soon as the adoption papers are all finalized, then I will never, ever, ever let you leave my side, ever.
Well, that could make that first date of hers a tad awkward.
Why? Not awkward at all. I go on the first date, I sit in the back seat, I just don't say a word.
That would be a first.
Very funny. Hey, look at you. You know, you'd make good mommy material, too.
Don't I need a partner first?
Nah, a mere detail, no problem. Of course, there is Matt, you know. He would make a very nice daddy.
Yes, he would. And who knows, it could probably happen. If he doesn't find out about Sebastian and me.
How many times have I told you? How many times? You don't tell him. It's very simple. It's okay, sweet pea.
It's just, I believe that if people love each other, then they should tell each other the truth, the way that you and Scott are honest with each other.
Well, you know, we do that. We tell the truth most of the time. But, for example, you know, at the Mr. Blackwell luncheon, that fashion show thing, I know that new doctor, what's her name? Dr. Rachel Locke was hitting on Scott, but he didn't tell me.
Even though she was. Ooh. You know, I know it's funny. I know her face from somewhere. Not here, but somewhere.
Well, I know her type, and I know it well. That Dr. Locke is not about to mess with my family. We have a perfect remedy for things like that. Oh, speaking of which...
Gangway here. Healthy old man coming through.
Hey, you, look at you. You look very, very healthy. Good enough, I think, to go out in the garden maybe and plant some gladiolas.
I am.
Oh, and I bought new bulbs.
How many times have I told you? We break up the old ones before we plant the new ones.
Really?
Grandpa, I heard you all the way across the lobby.
Honey.
Just as stubborn as ever.
Yeah.
I was wondering where you were.
I went to visit Julie Devlin. I know. She's caused all of us a lot of heartbreak. But we used to be friends.
Look, anyone who tries to help Julie is asking for a kick in the teeth. I'm the prime example here.
It's kind of you, Karen, to reach out to her that way, but you just be very careful where Julie Devlin is concerned.
Yes, Gail's right. You know, I hate to say this in front of Christina, but that woman did try and kill me. Not once, but 3 times. So I suggest you stay a whole galaxy away from Julie.
You don't have to suffer from allergies anymore, Mrs. Carlson. There is something you can take. Here, try this. It should make all the difference in the world.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, you two. Hey. You know, I didn't want to mention this earlier with Lee, but you don't know about Victor Collins, do you?
What about him?
What happened?
I'm sorry. He was in Europe, Italy, I think, and he passed away. What?
Passed away?
No,
What are you talking about? Was it an accident or something?
No. Apparently he had a terminal disease. Didn't tell anyone.
No, that isn't possible. If someone like Victor left this world, I certainly would have felt it. No.
Kevin. Oh.
Yeah, I know what that would be like.
We gotta call Mac. Call Mac right now and get to the bottom of this, please.
Dr. Karen Wexler, 4894.
Excuse me. Dr. Wexler?
Karen, it's Julie.
Julie, this isn't a good time.
Please don't hang up on me. I called to apologize.
For making fun of my grandfather's illness?
I was trying to make sure that you wouldn't come back.
Why?
When you walked into the visiting room, it brought back a lot of stuff for me. Us being friends, where I was then, where I am now. I couldn't deal with all of it, so I acted the way I did. I'm sorry.
I'd say I understand, but that would be a lie. I don't understand you, Julie.
Will you at least give me another chance? Come back and see me again.
I don't know. Seeing me obviously upsets you.
Yeah, my therapist says I have to work through that if I ever want to get better.
Okay, give me some time.
All right? I hope to see you soon.
Bad news?
Oh, depends how you look at it, I guess. That was Julie Devlin.
What, did she just call you out of the blue?
I went to see her today. It didn't go well. In fact, it was horrible. She called to apologize.
Well, that woman is obsessed with manipulating the people who love her.
But what if she's sincere? And I turn my back, and then it's too late. People get snatched away from us just like that. And then we have all these regrets.
Well, I have no regrets when it comes to Julie. And I get the impression that you're not talking about you and Julie.
I do not believe this. I didn't even know he was out of the country. I just see him dancing his little heart out at the nurses' ball. He and Mary were so happy.
I had no idea how little time they had.
Well, this must be really rough for Mary.
We need to find out if there's anything we can do for her, right?
I'm gonna call and see if she's at home.
What about Kevin? I should go to Kevin. I should.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should go pay Kevin a visit. I'll go pick up Christina's medicine. I'll meet you back at the firehouse.
Thanks. But what do I say to him? What?
Lucy, you'll find the words when you see him. You will. Okay? See you. Oh. Hiya, Dr. Locke.
Rachel, please.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, look at this. This little cutie must be Christina.
Yeah. You know Lucy Coe here?
Yeah, of course.
It's nice seeing you again. I'll catch you later, huh?
Okay.
Bye.
See you. You know, I'm glad that I ran into you. There's something I'd like to speak to you about.
Well, I'm sorry. It's really not a good time.
It'll only take a minute.
Look, Dr. Locke, I just learned that someone very dear to me has passed away. And so unless you have some sort of formula to bring back a man from the dead, I'm just not interested.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Of course, another time would be fine. And if there's anything at all that I can do for you or Scott.
I appreciate that, but you don't know either one of us.
Sometimes an outsider, though, can bring perspective to this sort of a situation.
Thank you, but Scott and I are just fine.
All right. But if you do change your mind.
I won't. No, I won't. But thank you. And by the way, I can take very good care of my family.
I sense that about you. I think you'd go to any length to take care of the ones that you love.
You're right. I would. Good. I'm very glad that we understand each other so well.
Hey.
That feels good. So you're about to have me committed or what?
No, they'd have to take me with you. Are you looking for the boy from your novel?
You mean the hallucinations I've been having, don't you?
Well, I prefer to call it vision.
Okay, what about seeing Victor in your seat on the plane ride over?
The mind has its own way of dealing with grief. You gotta cut yourself some slack, Kevin.
Sounds like advice I'd give.
I learned from the master.
All right, I just started writing my new book when I started seeing the child. I'll chalk that one up to imagination. But visions of Victor?
You just lost your father. You can't expect yourself to just get over it.
Well, given my history, I don't like being susceptible to delusions.
Look, I have never stopped seeing and imagining the baby that I lost. I still hear him cry in my sleep.
You still live with it.
It's a part of me. And I'm grateful for something, anything from him. Even if it is a dream. I'll get it.
I had to come over as soon as I heard.
Victor, he loved you very much. Kevin needs his friends.
Doc? Oh, Doc.
Are you keeping my keys? Oh, silent, are you?
So what's missing?
What? Oh. How you doing? I lost my car keys, but I think a certain little somebody is hanging on to them until they turn 16.
Oh, she is precious. Look at her. You are so beautiful, Christina.
Oh, look, she's smiling at you. She doesn't smile that often. You must have some kind of a knack.
Yeah? You look like you do pretty well yourself.
Well, you know, I'm good with kids and a certain breed of monkeys.
Monkeys?
Yeah, monkeys, yes.
Yeah, well, you know the great thing about babies? Is they're not judgmental.
No, they're not. You love them, they love you back. Sometimes you gotta, you know, give them a few bucks.
Yeah, well, they deserve everything unconditionally.
Well, what do you know? I think we agree on something.
I think if it weren't for our differences regarding Julie Devlin, we'd actually be fast friends.
I don't become friends fast.
Well, then we'd be slow friends. Did you check your pockets?
That's what pockets are for, huh? Okay, well, I gotta go. I'll catch you later.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Dr. Martinez, 5426. Dr. Rosa Martinez, 5426.
Excuse me, Dr. Locke. What part of he's taken don't you understand?
Okay, you caught me, Doctor. Yes. I was eyeing Scott and Christina. I mean, to me, there is nothing more beautiful than a man loving his baby.
I can't disagree with you there.
He seems very dedicated to her.
He is. Scott is dedicated to his children and Lucy. I'd hoped that I'd made that clear at the fashion show.
Perfectly. And I admire your inclination to protect your friends.
Do you?
I do. Even my patient, Julie Devlin. I hear that you were very close to her during the first trial.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Before Julie confessed to the murders.
What if I were to tell you, though, that that was a mistake? She was led to believe that she killed those people.
Is this one of the facts that you've uncovered in your sessions with Julie?
Mm-hmm. We've made really great progress. I mean, the strides have been fabulous, but I really think it would help if she had some outside support.
Meaning?
She could really use a visitor.
Is this a request from her?
What if it were a request from me? A professional favor.
I'll think about it.
Thank you. I can't ask for more than that. It was really great to see you again, Ellen.
You know, I'm still trying to figure out where we've met before.
Maybe a past life.
Good night, Doctor.
Dr. Honigbaum, 632. Dr. Shelley Honigbaum, 632.
Is that round 2 with the stuck-up, marginally popular Dr. Burgess?
Yeah, I'm just happy to say that we're on the road to recovery. After all, it is all about redeeming Julie's image.
Ah, I see. Catch him with kindness, huh?
It works wonders. You ought to try it sometime. I'll call you later, okay?
I'm sorry.
Who told you?
Karen, at the hospital, but I didn't believe it could possibly have happened, so I called Mac, and I still don't believe it. You know, I know he hasn't lived here in a long time, but I just have this feeling he's still with us somehow.
I've come to the conclusion that it'll always feel like that. I have you to thank for that, you know.
How so?
You convinced me to reach out to Victor, Lucy. If you hadn't done that, I never would have done that.
Well, all I did was give you sort of a not-so-subtle shove in that direction. You would have come to that decision anyway because your heart is way too big to turn your back on anybody.
I would say it's my fatal flaw. Sit down.
Yeah, sure. I think what people, call that flaw of yours, you know, is, grace.
Thank you. You know, Victor would have loved that you came here tonight.
Boy, oh boy, I loved that man so much, you know.
He knew that. You two made quite a pair. I mean, just partners in crime.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think we were just always on that same kind of frequency all the time.
Yeah, but it was way at the other end of the dial.
Yeah. Maybe I should have called first. You know, I guess so. I'm sorry, I should have, but it's just that whenever I think about the people I really care about, I always act on impulse, you know.
That's just something else Victor appreciated about you.
Well, maybe he did, because he didn't have to live with me like you did, and that impulse all those years.
I don't regret it. Not a minute. Some people are just meant to be in each other's life for one reason or another.
You know, the whole way over here, I kept trying to think of something I can do for you. Millions of things went through my head, and I just couldn't think of the right thing. So I need your help. Now, I need you to tell me, Doc, what? Something. What could I do for you?
Lucy, I'm just trying to live with it. Hour by hour. Well, I'm writing a new novel, and I still have my work with Julie. I'm sure she's anxious to get started again, so...
Great. You know what? I guess with all of this, you haven't heard yet.
Heard what?
Oh, it's Julie. I guess she went to court, and she had Lee replaced as her guardian, and, this shark guy named Darren Leopold has taken over. And apparently he's replaced you as Julie's primary psychiatrist.
Replace me with who? Who's the doctor?
I don't know. Some woman named Rachel Locke. I don't know her, and I haven't quite figured her out yet. But she swears she's convinced Julie's innocent. She even tried to get me on the "We Still Love Julie" bandwagon. It's ridiculous.
Why am I not surprised to be the last one to hear about this?
Wait. Where are you going?
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I need to go straight to the source. Do you mind?
No.
Hello.
Scott, it's Julie Devlin. Do you have a minute?